Haram!
Hello folks, good morning. How are you guys doing today? Good morning. So it's 8:45 and can you guys let me know if you can hear me loud and clear? And after that we'll start. Yeah, I got some soundtracks, you know, of Andrew Tate's. So yeah, we'll play that when we get like retails, noobs and stuff like that, okay? Oh, what's up, Stack? What's up? How are you guys doing today? We have PMI coming on, right? We have PMI coming on today at 9:45, right? So this is the only news, high impact news that we got today. PMI and yeah, flash manufacturing PMI and flash service PMI. Okay, so hard to pronounce. Anyway, so we'll see what happens at 9:20 to 9:40. I saw like price delivering beautifully today at 7 o'clock at 8:30, okay, inside our 820 to 840 macro. So seems like we'll have some good price action today. We'll see what happens. And Zenzoid, good morning. Delphine, good morning. Rain, good morning. Lisa, good morning. Saad, good morning. Nick, good morning. Jack, good morning. Okay, so we got it. Now let's we'll start our stream with weekly chart by analyzing our weekly chart, and we'll drop down to all the way 30-second. So spamming chat, okay, before I start my stream, spamming chat is, and don't do that, okay? Spamming chat is prohibited and haram as well, okay? So now let's start. And what do we see here? What do we see here on weekly chart? Price action is looking better compared to last couple of days, okay? And yesterday we had Thanksgiving. I didn't trade it yesterday. Yesterday was a day off for me. So we had a buy side liquidity up here. This was our 20-day high, right? This liquidity up here on daily chart, it will be visible. So we cleared it out. On from the weekly chart, I'll not take anything else as we don't have much stuff going on other than this last up close candle, which is working here as a order block, bearish order block. So we'll see what happens. But for today, this is the only thing that I'm gonna get from the weekly chart. And this here, my friends, is the 40-day high, not 20-day high. Okay, this is our 40-day high, and we cleared it out. And we also got another one right here. another swing high, which is our 20-day high. So we cleared out 40-day high. Now our nearest buy side liquidity is this 20-day
Haram!
So we'll see if price wanna reach all the way up here, or okay, once we drop down to the lower time frame, things will get way cleaner and it will start making sense if price wanna reach all the way up here or not. Okay, as well as we got a volume imbalance up here and we are trading inside of it. So let's mark the volume imbalance, and price didn't close a candle body above this one, right? So this is still usable. So keep an eye on this volume imbalance and what's happening other than the volume imbalance here. Nothing much on daily chart. So I'm only gonna take this volume imbalance and the 20-day high from the daily chart. Now let's drop down to the 4-hour, and on 4-hour we got a relative equal low down here, right? So this one. So our high probability macro today will be like 950 and 1020. Okay, we'll see if we find any setup at 920 to 940 macro inside that macro. If the setup is visible and if everything is aligning with our logic, like the relative equal low, high probability targets, then we'll see like if we can take that trade or not. And then this is our nearest swing low on 4-hour chart. This is our sell side liquidity. Now let's drop down to the hourly chart. Now, how many of you use ICT weekly profiles in your trading? How many of you do that? Let me know in the chat if you use ICT weekly profiles or not. Okay, most of you don't. That's what I believe, because it's hard to do that, and all you guys look for is just a pattern, right? So what do you see here that going on throughout the whole week? Okay, we still got time before our news gets delivered, or even we get inside our macro, our 920 to 940 macro. So let's talk about weekly profiles. We got 200 viewers, right? So weekly profile, my friends, is very, very important. And today I'm gonna show you why it's important. It gives you a great deal of idea about bias. I try to, but gets confusing. It's not confusing at all. So these are some things, okay, that I'm gonna talk every single day inside my mentorship, but today I'm gonna show you guys only for once how it works, as it's really visible here. So I'm just marking the day, and Wednesday, Thursday, and this is our Friday that's happening right now. Okay, so we'll have our Friday until 13. Okay, so this is our Monday, right? Monday, let me type it so it will look better. So Monday we got Tuesday, then we got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, okay, Thursday, and the last one that we got is our Friday. I hate fucking indicators, so don't recommend me indicators, okay? I like to do it with my own hand. I like to do it. It doesn't even take much time, as you can see. Why rely on an indicator? So what profile do you see here? It's very clean, very visible right here. What profile do you guys see here? Let me know in the chat, what profile do you see? Which ICT weekly profile do you see here? Monday low of the week? Really? So here we have the discount to the premium PDRA. Classic buy model is a buy program. No, I know it's a buy program, but I'm asking about the profile, not the market maker buy or sell program. I'm asking about which weekly profile is happening here. Anyway, okay. So what do you guys see here? We had a Monday bullish, right? Then on Tuesday we came down, hit the discount PDRA, then we went up. This is a I'm not gonna mention it, okay, because I'm gonna highly recommend you to go ahead and watch, and I'll let you figure it out by yourself, because it's very clearly visible. And ICT weekly profile, okay, go on your YouTube, type this one, ICT weekly profile, and this is the recording that you want to watch. ICT mentorship core content, month 7 short-term trading, defining weekly range profiles. Okay, so I'm just gonna play it for the sake of you to understand it. Okay, so we got multiple profiles here. Classic Tuesday low of the week, and then after that, once we run towards the discount level, okay, we move all the way up throughout the whole week. Then on Friday we see a little, on Thursday we see a little bit of retracement towards discount. So see, these are the weekly profiles that ICT has. It's very simple, just put it on your notes. It's very easy to understand, and once you do it, you'll see the profile is here repeating as well. One of the profile is repeating. I'm not gonna say it, okay? You can take a screenshot, go back and rewind my video and take a screenshot, and then match the profile, match the screenshot with what ICT showed in his video that I showed you guys, okay? Just like a 15-minute video. I know most of you are lazy and don't want to put in the work, so just watch that one specifically and it will be very beneficial for you. Okay, so this is everything that's happening here, and we got a relative equal lowest market, so I'll keep an eye on this one. Okay, price is trading inside our daily volume imbalance, right? So here, as you can see, price came all the way up to the daily volume imbalance, then got rejected. The bodies of the candle stayed inside the volume imbalance. We returned back to the discount, then moved higher. The same thing happening here. We got order blocks, right? Price was respecting order blocks throughout the whole week. Bullish order block, respected. Bullish order block, respected as well. So now we'll drop down to the 15-minute chart and we'll see like if our 15 minute and even lower time frame is supporting our price action lower. Okay, so 15-minute chart, what do you guys see here? Okay, what do you guys see here? We have a big fair value gap here as an inversion, right? And we basically cleared out multiple sells, high liquidity, and this move was very clean. Okay, once I drop down to like 3-minute chart, you will see price respecting a breaker. Then price formed our A plus turtle soup model that I taught you guys inside my 3-day workshop. And so let's see what price will do inside here. Okay, I'm not trying to build any narrative until the 9:45 news gets delivered. So this is our premium level, right? It's every one of you can see it. If I put the Fibonacci like this, and this fair value gap, this inversion is coming right exactly at the premium level. So we'll see if price want to reach all the way up here or not. We got a breaker here that got respected by price already on lower time frame, And this is what we want to see when price is going below a breaker. We want to see price forming a imbalance right like this. Now let's drop down to 5 minute. So for us to take a bearish trade, okay, for us to take a short, what price will have to do? When price is moving towards the premium level, it will have to generate relative equal lows, trendline liquidity, unfilled fair value gaps until it reaches for its destination. Okay, so we had a very nice turtle soup model here. This was the range. Okay, this was the range up here, and now I'm gonna use a replay mode to show you how it worked out very nicely. I was watching it when it was delivering, but the delivery didn't happen inside our macro, and as well as we got a high impact news at 9:45, so I didn't push the button. Rather than I was just tape reading. And what do you guys see here? Price has liquidity in both sides of the marketplace, right? So this is our equal low, this is our equal high. What kind of liquidity? These are strong buy side and sell side liquidity, right? So what did I told you guys? That once you see a formation like this happening on price action, right, you wait for price to clear out one direction, and only after that you execute. So suppose you saw a formation like this, it's happening on 3 minutes, okay? The same formation happens on 30 seconds, and even on lower time frame the same formation happens on a higher time frame. So if you understand how price delivers, it doesn't matter which time frame you are trading on, this setup for this formation will repeat and you will be able to engage. So when price cleared out this swing high, right, when did it happen? It happened inside 650 to 710 macro. So I was basically sleeping at that time, so I didn't saw it. I saw it when I was here, okay, and price generated a relative equal high up here, and exactly at 7:15 price cleared out this relative equal high, and after that it just basically moved lower. So we also got a breaker here, right? So see, the delivery was very beautiful, and as you can see, this is the high probability turtle soup model. In 1 minute chart it was a little bit choppier, but here on 3 minute, as you can see, it was very clean. Right, so this is what I consider as a turtle soup model. And now let's go back to our chart and let's see what price is doing here now. So when price was going down, okay, there's another beautiful setup that formed, but it was outside of our macro as well. So these last down close candle here working as what? Working as a breaker, right? So price went below the breaker. This is the last down close candle. When price was going down, it formed a what? A fair value gap. Price came back up, hit the breaker, went down, cleared out sell side liquidity from here. So basically, like if you're putting your stop loss above here, entering at the fair value gap, 2R is minimum that you are getting here. Right, so it was a beautiful delivery today, and this happened inside when price came back up, right, hit this breaker. It happened inside when, look at the time, 7:50 to 8:10. So this is how you find your macros, okay? This is how you see when price is hitting your model, when price is getting support, getting rejection from your model. So when price hits a fair value gap, right, when price gives you an entry, look at the time. High probability entry will be always inside 50 to 10, 20 to 40, inside this time period, okay? And this is what we consider as our macros, and we look for our model inside these time periods. So looks really nice, right, here at the model that formed here. So it's 903. Let's see what price is doing right now. So if price want to reach all the way up to the breaker again, okay, for us to see that, we have a fair value gap here. We have a fair value gap. This is a CB. So CB right here, and we are basically trading off from this fair value gap. So all I'm gonna do, folks, all I'm gonna do is just wait. Okay, just wait and see what price does. Do we have a regular trading hour gap from yesterday? Let me check. Okay, we do have a gap right here from yesterday's from Wednesday's trading, not yesterday. And any other gap? No other gap here. So we'll see what gap forms today and where it forms, and if it forms and we see it useful, we'll use it. Other than this, I'm just gonna wait for a better narrative, and seems like price will clear out this relative equal high, right? This is what seems like. We got a volume imbalance right here, and a consolidation phase, right? So we'll also see if price is going below this consolidation phase today. This is a market maker sell model that's happening right now. Here market maker buy model happened. If you guys watched our mentors market maker buy and sell model video that he did, okay, you will understand the formation that is happening here. So this is our original consolidation, right? So let me mark it original. Original consolidation happening right here, and this is what we can target, I think, today, as price goes support from this original consolidation, move towards buy side liquidity, completed a market maker buy model. So we'll see what happens here. Okay, so where is our first and the second stage of distribution? Do you guys see it? Is consolidation learning a lot from you live? So in a market maker buy and sell model, there's two stages that we got. First stage of distribution, second stage of distribution, right? So in market maker sell model, in market maker buy model, we get a first stage of accumulation. What do we get? Do you guys know how to use market maker buy and sell model? If you don't, okay, I'm gonna show you guys what video to watch. So we'll go on your YouTube again, right? It's free. Our mentor made it. You'll search ICT. You'll get the channel, and the last video that he made, this is the one, market maker models. So we'll watch it. Okay, when you watch it, you'll have a great deal of understanding like what's going on here. And so all I'm expecting to see today is price going below this level right here. Okay, and our high probability target is gonna be this relative equal low. So we'll see if price is clearing out this one, and after that, this is the level that we will see as a target. So this is our sell side liquidity. This is the internal sell side liquidity. So this is the whole narrative that I have in the bias, what price should do or not for today. Okay, so we'll see if price provides us any setup targeting this relative equal low, the sell side liquidity, and all the way down here this sell side liquidity. So we'll see what happens at 9:30 and 9:45, and after that we got multiple macros to look at. Now let's go to NASDAQ and let's talk about NASDAQ a little bit. Weekly chart. So on weekly chart, we cleared out this 20-day high, right? Okay, so I'm coming back. Just give me a second. Okay, so what do we see here? So we got our 20-day high here on NASDAQ and we cleared it out, right? And this is our 20-day high. So let's see if we see any bearishness today. So on NASDAQ we have our rejection block up here. We got rejected from this rejection block multiple times. We did a stop hunt up here. Now we all we want to see is lower targets, and on daily chart, even on daily chart, you guys can see we got this relative equal lows down here. Sorry, trend line liquidity that is going on here. So now let's drop down to 4-hour trend line liquidity towards buy side, and we got a fair value gap down here. So this is our BC. And seems like NASDAQ will still move higher, right? Why? Because these are very far in targets. So what I want to see, like all that I see is buy side liquidity up here. We have this trend line liquidity that is going on. So this is our buy side liquidity. Price did another stop, and I would have preferred it if price was like suppose trading inside this BC. Now that I see this relative equal high very clearly, I'd like to target it. And let's see if price hits this BC and then moves higher, okay? All that price doing on NASDAQ is forming a plus turtle soup model, forming, if we don't get that turtle soup model, then we'll have our breaker to trade from. So this is our relative equal high, right? And yeah, seems like price will move higher. If it's not happening at 9:30, then 9:45 will drive us higher. That's what I believe. And if I drop down on 15-minute, well, NASDAQ seems cleaner, right? Compared to Dow today. Compared to Dow, NASDAQ seems cleaner because we have these targets, high probability targets. And as I told you guys that without a high probability target, our setup will never become high probability. So we also got relative equal lows down here. So yeah, as I told you guys, I would have preferred if price is hitting this BC as high probability, the setup that we will look for. So this is our relative equal low, and we got a fair value gap here, right, above this relative equal high. So this candle here on hourly chart, you can see that this is where the relative equal high and trend line liquidity started forming. What are you guys talking about? Thursday candle missing? What Thursday candle missing? Anyway, so this is our CB. I believe we can target this one. And relative equal low down here. Let's see if price clears out this relative equal low, hits the fair value gap. If it does that, I believe we will move higher. We also got multiple buy side liquidity up here, but our low hanging fruit high probability target will be this one. Now let's go to 5 minute. So we'll keep an eye on this. Okay, it seems like NASDAQ has a better setup, better formation, right? And this is what I taught inside my 3-day workshop. So now let's see, like, if today price is giving us this turtle soup setup or not. We don't have a breaker here, and we got a breaker right up here, this bullish candle. But as I taught you guys inside my 3-day workshop, that if price is trading below the 50% of a breaker, that breaker gets invalid on higher time frame. So we'll keep an eye on this. I'm gonna stick with NASDAQ because of this clean formation, but as well as we'll keep an eye on Dow, right? We'll keep an eye on Dow and Dow 1 minute, Dow on 3-minute chart, and we got this. Got this relative equal low down here on Dow. So and we also got our swing low. This is our sell side liquidity. And I'm gonna put ES here to look for SMT. 3-minute chart. 1 minute is looking choppy, and as I told you guys, that when 1 minute seems choppier to me, I stick with 3-minute chart. Rebecca, you're inside my 3-day workshop. Go back and check out the messages on my 3-day workshop, so you'll find it. The question that you were asking, it got answered there. Last one, okay. So now all we are gonna do is wait for a price to get inside our macro and then deliver the news. So what do you guys think? Let's do a pool, okay? Let's do a pool of 9:30 delivery. What do you guys think? Where the 9:30 delivery will lead us? Seems like bearish, right? Or bullish. So price hit this fair value gap inside these bullish order blocks, right? So I believe all that is doing is returning back to the premium. What I want to see, price leaving this buy side liquidity, okay, and then clearing out the relative equal lows. But if price is clearing out the buy side liquidity first, then we also got this relative equal lows down here. But throughout the whole week we have been bullish, right? So what I want to see, price leaving this, clearing this one, hitting the BC, and then moving towards buy side. That's my bias until 10:30. Okay, I'll be here until 10:30, so that's what I want to see. So seems like a turtle soup setup is forming on Dow. Right, we got a swing high up here, also a fair value gap. And price has multiple relative equal lows down here. So I believe price will go lower after it clears out this buy side liquidity from here. So this is our CB, because we got the order block right here. This is our bearish order block, and inside this order block we have a fair value gap. We have relative equal highs up here as well as relative equal lows down here. So we'll see. So we'll see what price does here. I want to see price going lower from this level. Okay, folks, like let's put it here. This one. This is what I see on, but see, we are still not trading inside our macro. So I'll prefer to wait. 920, right? We are trading inside our macro now. And so where do you guys think like 930 delivery will come? Bullish 44%, bearish 36. Guys, let's all vote for the poll, okay? Share your opinion. Where do you see price delivering at 930? Is it happening bullish or is it happening bearish? What do you guys think? Yeah, I think I pressed the wrong button. Damn, I kept a lot of, I made a lot of soundtracks, but I wanna play it when some noobs comments and things like that. Okay, done. So I got multiple ones. Okay, so do you guys wanna hear the sounds? Do you guys wanna hear the Tate soundtracks? These are funny. So I got one like Tate cursing, then another one is Tate saying haram, then another one Tate laughing, and yeah, multiple ones. Yeah, it's gonna be too loud. It's gonna be too loud, okay? Damn, so on Dow, I wanna see like this thing is getting cleared out, this relative equal high, and then Dow dumping. That's what I wanna see. So bearish, now we got 44% in bearish, right? So let's see, folks, what happens. Let's see. Our 930 delivery. So we are trading inside our 920 to 940 macro, right? And we hit the premium PDA, sorry, the premium level from this swing low to this high. We are trading inside our premium, right? And we got a volume imbalance up here. So I believe the better scenario will be like price coming up, hitting this volume imbalance, and then going down. But either way, I'm not taking a trade here. Rather, I'm gonna wait for price to do something like coming down, clearing out the relative equal low, hitting the fair value gap, and then moving towards buy side. That's what I wanna see. See, NQ is dumping. NQ dumping from this fair value gap. Just as I wanna see, right? This is our CB. And see, when did price got rejected from this fair value gap? Inside our 920 to 940 macro. Where can we get the books written by the mentor? Mentor don't have any books. Does he? Not yet. Once he reaches like 1 million, then he will publish some books. It's just Friday, seems like is good, right? So let's see what we can take today. Beautiful delivery from this fair value gap. So we got a breaker here, right? So we got a couple of swing highs and 3 down close candles working as our breaker. So now let's see if price moves up here and then goes down, because it's going down to this level. It's pretty clear. So now let's see if price goes to this level or not. And if price gives like comes back up here. Now the delivery is too aggressive, right? Price is not even returning. How many times did he say he made his last video, then he came back? He made his last video on what? He's sharing executions. And it's good that he's doing that. Okay, so we got a loser here. So I'm gonna ban you, okay? So before I do, this is for you.
You're broke! You're fucking poor! You're a fucking brokey, a wagey, a peon, a peasant, a nobody.
Now banned. Now see, all he is doing here is coming and complaining about why ICT doing this stuff. So banned. Damn, I really wanted to see price coming up, you know, like clearing this swing high, hitting this fair value gap, and then going down. I was right in the direction, but price didn't basically cleared out this one. So Dow and ES, they are same. Okay, so ES cleared out the swing low. So don't consider it as a SMT, okay? Because on Dow, this relative equal low is very high probability as it's visible on higher time frame. So I believe price will go lower, even lower. So far we are looking good. So we cleared out 1 minute before the delivery comes in. And This is the 9:30 delivery. The folks who are bearish, you all are right. And we had a bearish delivery. We have a bearish delivery. Now I want to see price hitting this fair value gap, this gray shaded box. Okay, we hit it. Now Dow Dow didn't clear out the relative equal low. It moved towards buy side. We got breakers here. Okay, so also keep an eye on this. We basically don't have a fair value gap here, so all I'm gonna look for now is price to move up. Okay, as you guys can see, this relative equal high up here. I'd like to see this one getting cleared out, so I'm gonna wait, and what I'm gonna do is measure this fair value gap, anatomy, and I'll wait for a reaction to happen from 0.5. Down moving higher. So this fair value gap, okay, once it fails, it will work as an inversion, and this is what I want to see. This one's failing, working as an inversion, and price closing a candle's body above here. This is all that I want to see. Now this candle, as soon as this candle closes, we'll wait for the next candles to trade inside this inversion and then move higher. So see, as I told you guys, that I'll wait for price to hit this fair value gap, right? Price did that. Price cleared out the relative equal lows, and your boy making some good money. So let me show you guys my execution. And with the execution mark at the exact levels, before I do close this one, to the 2.5k right here, folks. Okay, before we even got here. So where was my execution here? And this right here, folks. Okay, see, I told you guys when I started my stream, this is my narrative. Once price hits this fair value gap, I will execute. And this was my whole narrative, right? I wanted to see price clearing out the relative equal low, hitting the fair value gap. As soon as I saw price reaching for this inversion, done here. As you can see, execution was right exactly here. Close was at this volume imbalance. I didn't hold it for this one. $2,500 on live account, trade of 8. See? So this is how fast I react. And those who came here for like signals, you won't get anything. But those who came here to learn, you heard me saying about, you heard me like predicting this whole trade, okay, before it basically happened. When price was here, right? Why did I told you guys that I want to see price coming down, not clearing out the equal high? Okay, I told you guys that as we have been bullish throughout the whole week, I want to see price delivering bullish again at 9:30. I want to see price leaving these relative equal highs because this is a bullish scenario. So high probability is gonna be where price is delivering the bullish, when price is having the bullish delivery. So I wanted to see price clearing out the relative equal low. Price did that. Price hit the fair value gap. Price moved towards buy side, and everything was called live. Okay. Patience pace. I don't know about you. I made my money today, so I'll still wait. Okay, I'll still wait. So this is something, folks. Okay, I can show you the execution on my Twitter, and like suppose I can make the execution recordings and post it on Twitter, and you will see the same thing repeating. But this live stream is way more valuable than sharing a hindsight execution, right? Because here I'm calling the market, I'm telling you what I'm thinking, and as you can see, no late execution right here, close at the volume imbalance. I didn't wait for price to reach all the way up here. Now let's talk about what price is doing right now. Okay, what do you guys see here happening right now? So we got our order blocks right here, right? So order blocks. Now let's see, okay, price respect this or no, or not. If I put my Fibonacci here from this low to this high and premium or discount, right? Let's see, price reaches for this premium, sorry, discount level, and then moves higher. If you're still looking for a trade, see, we have this relative equal high intact as well as an unfilled fair value gap. So two high probability PD arrays are up here, which is working as our targets, okay? Which is working as our target. Market structure shift. We don't need market structure shift. This right here, my friend, is an advanced market structure shift. Okay, so price went above this order block. So if you are looking for a trade, this is where you execute and target for this equal high. Equal high up here. Price went below. Are we still inside our macro? 937, okay? 937. So I'll take another trade in front of you. I don't take trades in front of you, but I'm gonna do that today. As some of you complain, like, okay, you don't see me executing and stuff like that, which to me doesn't make sense. But today I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna take another trade as I gained like 2.5k. I'm gonna risk $500 in front of you. I can do that. $500 won't hurt me. So we'll look for a trade. Okay, so I'm gonna wait for 9:45 news to get delivered, and 9:50 to 10:10, then 10:20 to 10:40 is gonna be where I'm gonna look for a trade. So the inversion, price coming back to the inversion again. So this is happening in deep discount, folks, right here, as you can see. So let's wait for 9:45 news to get delivered, okay? And we'll see what happens after. So see, before the news is delivering quite aggressively, and on ES we have multiple trend line liquidity up here. So still I believe we are not bearish. Still I believe 9:45 will deliver bullish. Okay, so let's do another pool. Let's see, start a pool. Let's predict the 9:40. Let's predict PMI. Most of you were right, predicting 9:30 delivery, right? Bearish, and price delivered the bearish move. But the Judas, this is where the Judas happened. 9:30, then after that price delivered towards buy side liquidity. So let's see, bullish or bearish. This is bearish, and seek and destroy. So which profile do you guys think is gonna happen? Bullish, right? Seems like bullish. Yeah, pretty much bullish, because we got targets here, up here. But what I believe, NASDAQ will push higher and Dow will deliver lower at these relative equal lows. So what I'm seeing here is like they will deliver bearish. Dow will deliver bearish, NASDAQ will deliver bullish. So we got relative equal low down here, equal low. What about TGIF? Nothing about it. I get done by 10 o'clock, okay? I get done. See, I'm done for today. I'm at 2.5K. I'm happy. I'm done for today. I don't basically wait for after PM session. And with my macros, I get done easily. 2.5K in one trade. Damn, I believe that's a very profitable trade. That's a very profitable day, right? $9.41, just a couple of minutes before we delivered the news. $41, $42, and let's see if this candle closes above this inversion. See, as I told you guys, that Dow will deliver lower as we got our relative equal low down here, right? And yeah, sorry, NASDAQ will keep pushing higher. So let's see, once Dow clears out this low, if it pushes higher, because Dow and ES, they move similar, and ES has multiple high probability targets up here. Multiple high probability targets. 72% bullish. Damn, let's see. Okay, price is trading back inside this inversion. Now let's see if it goes higher. I want to see price pushing higher from here. Okay, I want to see that. I want to see price pushing higher. We also do have this equal low. So what can happen at news? Price coming down, clearing out the equal low, and then doing something like this. So either way, I'm bullish, okay? As long as we have this equal high intact, and as long as Dow has this relative equal low intact, I want to see a bullish delivery happening towards buy side. So price coming down, this relative equal low is our target, and we also got our rejection block down here. Okay, this is the rejection block, our rejection block, and the midway of the BC here of hourly fair value gap. So let's see what happens. Dow cleared out the equal low, so let's see if they both push higher or not. 9:45, we are predicting a bullish delivery. So we got our breaker here, up close candles. If I drop down to 30-second, you will see this as a breaker. See, we got our breaker before the 9:45 news. Now let's see if this breaker gets activated and pushes price higher. Ten seconds. So Dow cleared out the equal low that we wanted to see clearing out. basically trading inside this fair value gap, right? These are bearish order blocks now. This is not a breaker yet. So once price goes above this breaker, things will get way cleaner. Okay, folks. So I got a call. Let me take it. Okay, so sorry for that. Seems like we are having a seek and destroy delivery, right? Very choppy delivery. Yeah, see, I told you guys that this is why I marked out, okay, this rejection block. So price came down all the way down to this one, this rejection block, chopping around, right? So a trade idea is still visible. See, we have a macro incoming, 950, right? 950 is not a low impact news, it's a high impact news PMI. So we got a news incoming at 950, and this is our breaker. So for us to take a trade using this breaker, price will have to come up. So if you are patient enough, you can wait with me. Okay, price is generating what? See, price is generating more and more buy side liquidity in a form of trend line liquidity. So me, I'm not bearish. Okay, I'm not gonna look for a bearish trade until, as long as I see these relative equal highs. So deeper dive inside this rejection block. So this gray shaded box, my friends, is the BC from our hourly chart. Right, this is our BC. And we know that a good reaction, a high probability reaction from a BC happens from the midway, right, of a fair value gap. So we'll see if price is reaching down here. If not, we can still use this rejection block. So all we are gonna do now is wait for price to go above these breakers. Okay, so why am I using this one? As I mentioned earlier, that I'm gonna use this one because we have targets up here. So if price is going above this breaker, okay, it will reach all the way up here. So we can put our stop loss at the break even once it does that, and we can minimize our risk. If we take our trades here, okay, price can still reverse from this break order blocks down up here, then the order blocks up here, but we do have this equal high up here. So all I want to see price going up above this breaker. Okay, above this breaker we are trading inside our 950 macro. 950 macro. So the trade idea is going to be something like this. Okay, with a stop loss down here targeting like 2R. So my friends, let's see what happens here. Okay, I want to see a fair value gap forming here. So a fair value gap formed, as you guys can see down here. Now I want to see price trading inside this fair value gap. It didn't form yet. Once this candle closes, it will form. Then we can expect to see. So basically it's giving you the chance of entry. If you want to risk the money, okay, you can use this trade idea 950 here, as well as we are trading inside our macro. So I'm not taking it, but I'm tape reading with you. So let's see what price does here. We also got support from this inversion down here. So I'm gonna put my stop loss, okay, like this. If I was in this trade, I'll put my stop loss like this. Why? Because we do have an inversion right here. If price is going below this inversion, I don't have any logic behind me holding this trade. Like if I'm in this trade, I'll not hold if price is going below this inversion. Seems like a choppy, very choppy price action, right? So this is our last line of defense in this trade. If it's not happening, then we will have 1020 to 1040 macro to look for another setup. I wanted to see a fair value gap here. So this candle basically, yeah, very emotional price action. So if you want to avoid it, okay? I'm not taking it. I'm just tape reading this setup. I'm done. I made $2,500, so I'm done. This kind of price action generates emotions inside you, very high emotions, and seek and destroy, basically like seek and destroy. So now that price got support from this inversion, right, I'm gonna put my stop loss right below this inversion. So what I'm doing, I'm showing you how I manage my trade, how I manage my stop loss in a scenario like this. Does it make sense to you? Why am I doing it? Once price goes above this swing high, okay, I'm gonna put my stop loss at break even. So very this price is like seek and destroy. So it's better to manage your stop loss like this. Even if you are getting wrong, even if I'm wrong in this trade, I'm not taking a full loss. It is a high probability. You don't know that, okay? You don't know that if it's a high probability or not. We always trade based on with risk management. Yes, we can see a setup, but if we don't have our risk management on side, then trust me, you will continue to blow your accounts. So multiple relative equal highs up here. So now the price moved in my favor. As soon as price clears out this relative equal high, folks, I'm gonna put my stop loss below the swing low. Push what? I'm not pushing button. I was kidding the other time. We cleared out the swing high. I want to see price moving higher, going above this one. We got a volume imbalance right here. Volume imbalance right here. Okay, my friends, volume imbalance here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put my stop loss below the swing low right now. So see, I'm minimizing my risk. Even if I'm losing, I'm not getting emotional because of my stop loss management. So this is our target, right? And now the price moved in my favor. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put my stop loss below this last candle right here. So price hit a fair value gap right up here, right? So see, now I have what? So much less risk. So even if I'm losing this trade, am I getting emotional? Hell no, I'm not getting emotional because of my skill, the way I learned to manage my stop loss. It doesn't make me emotional. I'm gonna put my stop loss at the break even. And as soon as price hits this order block, I'm gonna take a partial if I was in this trade. Okay, I'm not trading, by the way, so I'm done for today. I made my money. $2,500 is a lot for me. That used to take 2 weeks, 3 weeks plus overtime, more than 3 weeks plus overtime to make that. So yeah, I'm basically done, and I'm happy today that I made $2,500. So see, we got another volume imbalance. We also got this breaker right here. So we got a breaker here, right? Now we have another one up here. So my stop loss is below this one. If it's coming down, basically I don't have any risk at all in this trade. If price is clearing me out, I don't have any risk. Those who are complaining about the seconds, the same, if you know how to read the price action like this, you can do it on 15 minutes. The time frame doesn't matter, folks. Time frame doesn't matter. And you don't have 30 seconds. There was a sale that was going on Black Friday. There was like $250. So I believe that was a very good sale. $250. If you don't have $250 to invest on yourself, oh my god, it's a pipe dream for you, the trading. Yeah, that was a Black Friday sale, right? So 959, and we still want to see price pushing higher. A very choppy price action. So I believe we are out, right? As we put our stop loss at the break even, we are out. If I was in this trade, I would have been out right now from this level. But still, we'll see how price delivers right here. If price respects our breaker from here and the breaker from here. 2%, you already made 2%. I know some of you are holding, some of you are not managing my trade like me. I know some of you guys, the folks who got it from here, they're still holding, right? Anyway, if you have some money to risk, you can hold. Basically, I trade like this. So anyway, price is going higher. Oh, you took long on Dow? That's nice. That's beautiful. Target to the moon. I'm holding on NASDAQ. Yeah, you can hold if you wanna. If you have like risk tolerance, the money that you are risking. If you can take that risk, then hold. But I still wanna see price going higher. This price action, folks, like it's delivering with low volume and so choppy, right? This is what is like a high resistance liquidity run looks like. So here's another thing. The folks who are holding, I'll close it as soon as it goes below. Comes at our original price level. Because this is a breaker that is forming. Okay? So do not hold if it's going below this one. There's a SMT. Or this one. This SMT up here. I believe NASDAQ will push higher, okay? Because of the relative equal highs that we have here. So what I'm gonna do, okay, like as I told you guys that the last stream that I'm gonna do is on December. After December, I'm not gonna do any stream. So December is a month that most of the people avoid, right? Most of the people avoid. So before I do close my sessions on YouTube, I'll show you guys how to pass a challenge account. And I'll do it with Top Step. And okay, I'm gonna show you guys, if you follow a risk management and the model that I gave you guys, the macro and breaker blocks, I'm gonna lose, okay? I'm gonna lose, but still I'm gonna show you guys how my model at the end of the day turns me out profitable. That I can have like 5-6 losses in a row, but as I manage my stop loss like this, my drawdown, the drawdown that I get is like very, very, very low. And the way I manage my stop loss gives me a much more opportunity, much more chances, okay, to win my challenges. See, if I was in this trade, I'm already out, right? I'm not in this scenario where price is constantly generating emotions inside us. So none of this chart has a better delivery. All of them are chopping around. Yeah, NASDAQ is drunk. NASDAQ is drunk. And okay, on Dow, we are moving towards this 20-day high that I told you guys. So we are still respecting this volume imbalance down here. See, I was right by closing my trade down here. So 950 to 1010, macro delivered beautifully, but not beautifully with a choppy delivery, right? Very, very choppy delivery. What's the relationship between the SB setup and the way you trade? What do you mean by SB? What do you mean by SB? Silver bullet? Okay. Silver bullet. I do not trade 10 to 11 the whole time period. I trade inside specific little time period where I believe my setup will repeat. That's what I do. I do not just look like I don't know where my setup is gonna form inside this 1 hour time period. I do know inside this little time period my setup will form, and this is what I consider a silver bullet. What you do, you look for a silver bullet for a fair value gap to form randomly for like 1 hour. What I do, I know that inside this 20-minute period my setup will form with targets. So it's still okay, folks, still I'm not bearish. Okay, the price action is choppy on 30 seconds. So if I go to 1 minute chart, you can see not much setup on 1 minute other than this choppy delivery. Price is still forming this trend line liquidity. Okay, this is what I taught you guys inside my 3-day workshop, that this right here, my friends, as long as price is generating this when it's going down, you are not bearish. When price is not generating this and going straight down, okay, without generating high probability targets, right, you can be bearish. But when price is doing that, constantly generating this kind of liquidity, strong buy side liquidity, I'm not bearish. So I'm still gonna wait. And we had a fair value gap here, this BC. We didn't hit the midway of this BC. So we'll see like if we are hitting this midway or not. So the midway of this BC is here. More and more buy side liquidity. So another setup that is forming here, the way it formed on, when I started my stream, I showed you guys a setup on Dow. Do you guys remember? We had equal high and equal low in both sides of the marketplace, right? So when we see a scenario like this, when price has liquidity in both sides, right, we wait for price to clear out one side, and this is what we saw here as well on NASDAQ. We had what? Equal high, equal low, right? We waited for price to clear out one side, then go towards another side. So I'm still gonna wait and see what happens here. What I believe as a high probability is price coming down, clearing the equal low, and then pushing higher. Are you still going to provide members only live stream? No. It's gonna be happening for the mentorship student. So you're generating more. So what I'm gonna wait for price to get inside this time period, my friends. Okay, this time period. Until then, I'm gonna show market that I'm patient, as I showed before. The price delivered the 930 liquidity. So this is the whole time period that I'm gonna watch. 1020 to 1040.
You're broke! You're fucking poor!
Haram! Because laziness in one sphere is laziness in every sphere. You cannot only do some things professionally. You do everything professionally or nothing professionally. And I am a professional.
So now some noobs will come and tell me like, now every time period is a macro. They won't understand the logic behind it, what I'm doing here. They will get chopped inside this price section because they don't know where to look for their setup. All I'm doing is marking out a time period where I believe I will have a trade idea, where I believe a setup will form. I don't know why it's keep repeating again and again. I think I have some problems. Really? Yeah, I turned it off. I got I set up hotkeys, okay? Like if I push button number 1, then the sound will play, and I think I'm keep pushing it when I don't wanna push it. So I turned it off. Anyway, you guys won't hear it anymore. ICT macro tracker will mark your macro time for you, bro. Oh my god. So here's another indicator, guy. I appreciate your comment, but trust me, to me it's like I'm already watching a time. I already have a clock that I'm putting another clock on my hand. So why do I need an indicator to show me macro times? Don't I see the time here? My pacemaker triggered. That's a nice comment. So I believe on Dow we'll move for the 20-day high before we close our today's Friday. So see, all the price is doing is chopping around, and this inside here, where price I believe will get clear. This time period 1020 to 1040. Yeah, I'm also gonna put ICT's soundtracks, okay? Where there was a Twitter space. So do you guys listen to ICT's Twitter space? If so, okay, I'm gonna recommend you one Twitter space that is gonna be recommended from me. So let me show it to you. So those who have Spotify, see the equal low is getting cleared out. This is what I'm waiting for, price to clear out the equal low. Those who have Spotify, right? You can search this one, the Inner Circle Trader Twitter Space Archive. And all you have to do, go down all the way down. Where is it? This one right here is ICT Stream of Consciousness and Thoughts, and this one ICT's first Twitter Space bot broadcast. So these two are highly recommended Twitter Spaces from me, which is from our mentor. So we cleared out the equal low, right? All we have now, we also hit the lower quadrant of our fair value gap. All we have is buy side liquidity remaining right now. So we cleared out all the sell side liquidity and we have a fair value gap here. I want to see this one working as an inversion, and we have 5 minutes before we get inside our macro. So the same pattern, the pattern that I got here at 9:30 delivery. Okay, do you guys remember on 1 minute chart we had an inversion, we had a fair value gap here, right? When price was near to this fair value gap, I pushed the button, and the same formation here again repeating. So what I'm gonna recommend you to do is wait for price to get inside this 1020 to 1040 period, and after that we'll see something. So price still respecting this fair value gap, but I want to see a breaker forming here, 1020 to 1040 inside this period. NQ dying because Apple, Nvidia, Meta falling. So on Dow we got a breaker, right? High, higher high. Do we have targets? Do we have targets here on Dow? No, I'm not gonna use this breaker. I'm gonna be here until 1040. If I don't get any setup to tape read or to execute from, this is gonna be it for today, folks. Okay. Yeah, it was the first 2 episodes from the ICT's channel. Yeah, so we got another macro 1050 to 1110. So if nothing forms inside this one, what do I mean by nothing? Like a breaker. If you don't see a clean breaker forming here inside this time period, then we'll have 1050 to 1110 macro to look for another setup. So we generated more relative equal lows down here. So this fair value gap failed here. This is where the market structure shift happened at this inversion. Are we inside our macro? Yes, 1020. So this fair value gap as well, I'm expecting it to work as an inversion. Seems like a good buying opportunity up here. 1021. So we got our trend line liquidity up here. We got the equal high, and even up here we got another one. Right, so as well as we are trading inside our macro 1020 to 1040. Now let's see if price pushes higher from this level. So we got two inversions up here, right? What means a clean breaker inside the macro? The pattern. If the pattern is exactly repeating inside the price action, that means the clean breaker. If the pattern, the way it's repeating, if it's choppy, it's not a clean breaker. The way it happened here, it wasn't a clean breaker. Okay, so this is what I mean. So we return back to the inversion again. Is it SMT down here? Let me check. Okay, is it SMT? Second. Well, it's a SMT, right? Or not? Let's wait. See, I told you guys that this is a breaker that I'm not gonna consider as a breaker, because look at here, we don't have relative equal lows down here. All we have is like a small trend line liquidity down here. So I'm gonna wait for a breaker, no inversion anymore. A clean breaker is what I want to see here on 32nd. So we got our up close candles. Okay, as soon as price goes below this swing low, we'll have this up close candles working as a breaker. Can you answer my question? What's the point of having a macro every other 10 minutes? You don't see the logic. You have been watching my stream, I believe, 2 or 3 times. Don't you see it? Don't you see the logic? We expect to see our model forming inside this time period. We have multiple macros. All we do is mark out the time period. All we do is look for our model forming with these targets up here. And if it doesn't form inside the other macro, then we move towards another macro and we expect to see our model forming again. And we only need one good trade inside our macro the way we want to see HYDRA, okay? Does it make sense? So what you see here is our target, and what we are waiting for is a breaker to form inside this time period. So once a breaker forms, we can put our TP above these levels, because without a high probability target, our model will not become high probability. Now I believe you still didn't understand what I told you, Chavda, right? Because you didn't completed what ICT made for you. The breaker, the core content, the 2022 mentorship, even the 2023 mentorship. All you are looking for is a signal, Chavdar. Right? It all makes sense to you if you don't see the logic behind it. The logic is we want to see a breaker forming here. We are not just trading a pattern, Chavdar, what you are doing. You are only looking for a breaker. If you have been watching my stream, I believe you were sleeping and watching. What I always mark is a target first. If I don't see the target, I'm not going to mark the breaker. The way I didn't mark this breaker here, because the high probability targets was not visible here. Right? So once I see the target, I wait for the breaker to form. When? Inside this time period, inside the macros. If price does not clears out these targets inside one macro, then I wait for another macro to form a breaker and then target this one. It's so simple to understand. Stop looking for a pattern, just a pattern, Chavdar, okay? So we cleared out our equal low, so we have our go and watch ICT's 2023 mentorship, okay? I'm putting you on a timeout for 1 year. Come back after 1 year and it will make sense to you. So this is our breaker. It's not a breaker again, okay? It will become a breaker. I'm not chasing clout here, okay? So if you ask me like stupid questions when I'm already showing it to you, explaining it to you multiple times, again and again, and you ask me the same question again, what am I gonna do? Ban is so easy to do, so that's what I'm gonna do. So we are trading inside our 1020, right? 1027, and we got our breaker as well. So all I'm gonna do is wait for price to go above, show me a sign that it wanna go above. So price basically filled this hourly fair value gap, right? This is the hourly fair value gap, and price filled it. We also got our bullish order blocks up here. So let's see if price hits it or not. Let's see if price hits it. If price is still coming down, this is gonna be the last line of defense that I'm gonna expect a bullish price action order block and 1 minute time frame. Why you not get in last up close candle? I know what you were trying to say, the last one, right? Why am I not using this one as a breaker? This last up close candle is not only the breaker. All of these up close candle is the breaker. The high probability is once price closes the candle's body above this last one, price not going below this one. But how you are gonna manage your stop loss? Suppose you are putting your stop loss here, entering here. Does it make sense? You will easily get stopped out. You need to leave some room for price. That's why, okay, I'm not gonna go into details. That's why I only mark the halfway of the breaker, because if price is going below the 50% of a breaker, that breaker is not as high probability as I'm thinking. So you're still going lower. So we got another breaker here in a bearish direction, right, with a fair value gap. Now the price is going lower, but because of this relative equal high, folks, I'm not gonna use this breaker to take a trade, right? So this is the breaker. Here we also got a fair value gap here, but I'm not gonna do anything as I see this trend line liquidity, this equal high, then equal high all the way up here at this level. So how big are the chances that this is a breaker? We'll see. Once price closes, it goes above this one. These up close candles will have a high probability. Can you please explain why you executed at that point in your previous trade? This one? Okay, because of the inversion. Because, okay, I believe you just joined in my stream. So for this to understand, you will have to go back, watch my stream from the beginning. I was basically expecting price to clear out the equal low, and price was here, trading here, somewhere around here. I started my stream at 840, right? So price was trading up here. I told you guys that I want to see price clearing out the equal low. We have a fair value gap down here, right? This hourly fair value gap, hit this hourly fair value gap, and if when price does that, if price is doing that, all price will have left this equal high. So I can target it, right? I know, because once price has liquidity in both sides of the marketplace, it clears out one side, then moves to another direction. So I saw price clearing it out. I waited. I saw this fair value gap. I expected it to become an inversion, and this is why I executed here. And this fair value gap become the inversion, cleared out the buy side liquidity from here, and I closed my position at here at this volume imbalance. Does it make sense now? We have already experienced this moment during a live performance. The price kept rising without ever looking for the equal lows. Yes, this is what happens. That's why my model is so perfect, okay? If it does not clear out the equal low, I'm not gonna execute. If it does not shows me sign that it wanna go for the equal high, I'm not execute. Trading is all about patience and waiting for your model, high probability model, to show up. So see, this is what experience serves you, gives you, okay? We have a breaker here, right? Higher high, new higher high. Am I just trading a pattern? I'm not. So I'm avoiding these down close candles as a breaker. Why? Because I do see this trend line liquidity going up here. So what my model does, it saves me from all the choppiness that happens here, right? And all I'm doing is looking for a trade setup to form inside this time period. If it doesn't form, I'm gonna move to another one. See how easy it is? And this is my model comes with a patience, a built-in patience. Your model, you don't even know when it's gonna form, let alone the patience is. So do we only trade features? Yes. Okay, so if you don't see the candle as me, then I'm gonna recommend you to put your charts on B, adjust. This will adjust your contract sizes and you'll be able to see the chart like me. So did we fill our regular trading hour gap today? Here, regular trading hour gap, yes. So this is our gap right here, right? So when I was giving you a signal from this breaker, what price was doing is we have a gap here, right? So price came back up, hit this gap, and now it went down. When it went down, it constantly generated these equal highs. So I believe we are not done delivering buy side liquidity today yet. I believe we'll still push higher. So see, am I getting chopped down here? I'm not. All I'm doing is waiting for my model to present. If my model comes in, I won't hesitate to execute because I do see the targets up here, right? I'm not just trading a pattern, I'm trading it with a high probability target. If I don't see it, I'm gonna move to another macro and I'm gonna wait for the same thing to repeat. What thing? Price forming equal high, trendline liquidity, unfilled fair value gap, leaving it untouched, and inside my macros, price forming a breaker and then targeting those liquidity. See how easy it is. Dow is choppy. I don't like Dow at all today. It's way choppier compared to NASDAQ. Look at the delivery on Dow. They all are having high resistance liquidity run. So 1 minute on Dow, right? So see, if you are not understanding the logic and only looking for a pattern, you are taking a loss here. You will take multiple losses and eventually won't become a profitable trader if you are just trading a pattern. We got our breaker up here. Price did a stop hunt. And this is gonna be the last call. Let's see if price goes above or not. We got 4 minutes. So this is our stop hunt. And after that we have another macro, 1050 to 1110. So new lower low. Yeah, Geek I took one trade at 9:30 right here. And basically I got like 2R. So I'm done for today. I'm not risking anything else because of this choppy price action. And Dow, my friends, look at here. Okay, on Dow I told you guys that this 20-day high is gonna be our point of interest today, and seems like price is gravitating towards this 20-day high with a high resistance liquidity delivery, right? So yeah, this is gonna be our target, and we'll see if price is providing us any setup or not. Now I'm not gonna drop down to 15 second because the price action is very choppy. Look at here. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna stick with 30 second and 1 minute. Okay, and if something forms here, it will form. If not, I'm closing the session. Very rangy delivery. Do you listen to music sometimes when you trade? I don't. I'm gonna play like someone else's live stream, and then I'm gonna trade. Like suppose a retail trader's live stream who is trading on US30 or something like this, and I'm gonna see like what they think and what I think. That's how I basically trade when I'm alone. I just love how you are patient. It amazes me a lot. Besides that, you manage your risk way too professional. Much love. Thank you. Thank you, the Forex fixers. Thank you. So so we got equal high here on Dow as well. And on Dow, this candle is working as a breaker, right? So this is a breaker. So we are getting done with this macro, the silver bullet macro that we had, 1020 to 1040. So nothing yet. Which prop farm you use, mate? I use Top Step and Funded Next. These are the only two that I use. We got our relative equal high up here. On Dow. So say Friday seems like not so good, right? After the PMI came in, it became choppy. See, I'll be here till 11:10. So let's see what happens. Okay, I'll be here till 11:10. Our mentor told us it's likely to not trade AM session after holiday because it's being choppy. Yes. Funded Next is more Forex. They also have CFD, US30, US100 and stuff like that. So price went below this rejection block multiple times, and seems like we'll have a good breaker inside our 1050 macro. So now I'm gonna shift the time at 1050 to 11:10, and this is where I'm gonna look for another breaker to form. 1050 to 11:10. Pablo, basically you don't care about the bias. The only important matter for you is the price. Create the small time frame equal high equal, and then if you see in a macro and a breaker block, you trade as a I do care about the bias, Pablo. What kind of trades I'm looking for today? See, did I took this sell on this equal low when price moved towards this equal low? No. When price was moving towards this equal low, I told you guys that high probability is gonna be a bullish trade because our bias is bullish. The weekly profile is saying we are still bullish. So I'm gonna look for bullish trades inside that goes with my bias. Okay, and only sometimes you will see me taking trades without caring about the bias when I see a formation like this in the opposite direction and price don't have any other strong liquidity towards buy side. High probability is looking for a trade with the bias the way I'm doing today. Okay, so the breaker is here, and that's what I do every single day. I first, when I start my stream, I take you guys through the weekly chart all the way down to the 1 minute chart. So this is because of that. Okay, that's because of that. Okay, so we got our breaker, that price respected on Dow. Now we got a volume imbalance here. Okay, so let's see if price trades inside this volume imbalance on Dow inside our macro 1050 to 1110. If it does that, we'll have another setup to tape read this volume imbalance. This also seems like a liquidity void because of the gap that it has, a small gap, I believe, like for one tick. Let's see, we got equal high up here. If price comes down here inside this volume imbalance, right, we'll execute here with a stop loss down here targeting this one, basically like this. Yes, yeah, so it's 1044. I'm expecting price to hit it at 10. I was expecting to hit it at 1050, so I'm not gonna tape read this setup because this is happening before our macro is getting started. So this is not a signal for you because look at the time, and this is how we build our patience. Okay, sometimes you will see price hitting your target where you want to take an entry before the macro gets started. When price does that, you show market that you are patient like me and you do not take the setup, you do not risk the money. But if you have the money to waste, you can always do whatever you want. So more equal highs on NASDAQ. So we got support from this volume imbalance, right? It's a liquidity void as well. I'm gonna zoom in. Do you guys see this small gap right here? So if this was happening inside 1050, I would have never hesitated to tell you guys that this is a trade and we are going there. But this is happening early before our macro is getting started. Hit the BPR out down here. Now NASDAQ is not looking good at all. I'm just chopping around. Seek and destroy, right? So folks, seems like price respected this volume imbalance, right, before our macro even got started. So what I believe can happen is, if price is still hovering inside, near to this volume imbalance inside our 1050 macro, we can still look for a trade idea from here with a stop loss below here, right, as I showed you guys before, targeting the equal high from here. But it's only applicable as long as price is trading near to it inside our macros. Okay, and so far I don't have any more interest to taper it, because look here, price is constantly generating both sides of the liquidity and it's not doing anything other than chopping around. So I'm done for today. Okay folks, I'm gonna close my stream here. I made my money and I hope you found my stream insightful. Okay, I had a very good day. I don't know about you. 2.5k, I will consider it as a good day, and this is gonna be it for today. Okay, I'll catch you guys again on this weekend, and we'll have a question and answer session this weekend, and I'll try to present something to you, and I'll talk a little bit more about the turtle soup model. Okay, the model that I used here, this high probability model, when we have liquidity in both sides of the marketplace, equal low, equal high, right? So this is what something that I'm gonna talk with you all on Sunday, like suppose at 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll share this model with you all, and the session will be a question answer session. Other than this, I don't see anything. Okay, price is coming back to this liquidity void again. So tape read this setup. Okay, tape read what price it does here is it generated more equal highs, and we are trading inside our macro now. So we expect to see price getting support from it. With this saying, folks, I'm closing my session here. Take care, and I'll catch you guys again on this weekend on Sunday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. On your way, please leave a like if you enjoyed my stream. Thank you. Peace.